Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog. It's the end of the month. Today is July 23rd. I need to finish quite a few things before the month is over and to get myself set up for August correctly and like everything. So I'm just kind of reading a little bit of everything this week and I hope you guys enjoy. So let me talk about my plans for the rest of the month. As I said, it's July 23rd. I think we have 8 days left of the month, so I need to get some things done. I have a pretty big TBR stack that is 100% not going to get finished before July, but I'm going to try to do as much as I can. The next two are not potential. I will be reading these in this vlog 100%, and that is Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, doing the tandem read for my Throne of Glass reread. I am also kind of just at the beginning of Marriage for One by Ella Mays on my Kindle. I also have the audiobook for that. I started that book before Summerween, and I put it on pause because I wanted to focus on Summerween, and I was literally loving it, and I wanted to pause it just because like I want to make sure that I give it my attention, I give it its full due. And so now that Summerween is over, I want to read this book this week. This is another book that I'm like 100% reading this week. I really want to finish it before July is up. It's a Marriage of Convenience story, and I was just like loving it so far. I'm only 20% in, but it's fantastic. So I will be reading that this week. However, my number one priority this week, the book that I'm going to start as soon as I am done filming this clip, is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I am so excited to read this. First of all, Lochlyn. Let's talk about Lochlyn. So Lochlyn over at Locke's Library. I will have her channel linked down below. Absolutely go subscribe to her. She's one of my booktube besties. I love her so much. She has been raving about this book and all of the books in the Magnolia Parks universe for the last like week or two. I want to say she has gotten me and so many others so curious about this book. This is a romance. I know the cover is like crazy and does not scream romance. When I saw Lochlyn talking about it and I like only saw the cover, I thought it was like a middle grade. And I was like, oh, I'll pick that up at some point, I guess. But then I found out it's a contemporary romance and I was like, this is so cool. Apparently everything on here kind of like gets explained in the book and there's like little hints and stuff, so I'm excited about that. Lochlyn said, I think she said either this one or the third one is now her new favorite book of all time. She is in love with it. Hannah started it. She's in love with it. My friend Manda, she I think read the first 5 chapters, loving it. Kara, same thing. A lot of us are reading this because of Lochlyn, because she's an influencer. And I am ready to join them. I have a lot of confidence that I'm going to give this book 5 stars. I'm feeling really, really good, positive feelings about this book. So how it is being marketed is, so it's set in the UK, which like you already get 50 points for me, but it is a Gossip Girl meets Euphoria meets the Calloway Sisters series. Literally shut up. Like that is a beautiful, beautiful combination of things. I love Gossip Girl so much, obviously. Literally love Euphoria, and the Calloway Sisters series is the best part of the Addicted series. Obviously, Kiss the Sky and Hot House Flower, hello. So I'm ready. I have very, very high confidence in this book. Like I think I'm gonna love it. I heard the writing is fantastic and it's supposed to be kind of a messy, maybe slightly toxic romance, which I enjoy. Like 2 of my favorite romances, they're like literary fiction / romance, are Normal People and Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. And those books, you know, they're a little polarizing, but I think flawed characters are interesting to read about. And if it's interesting to read about, I'm gonna enjoy it a lot more than like perfect characters. You know, I don't know. I really like very flawed, real people because I just think it's really interesting to read a romance like that. I don't know. I love it. That's like my preferred character. Is flawed, is messy, doesn't always say or do the right thing, but is always kind of trying, you know? I don't know. I just like, I love those type of characters. So I'm so excited to read this. Number one priority, cannot wait. And I'm so confident in my hopeful love of this book that I bought new tabs. I have not annotated a book since Alone with You in the Ether because that book, like how can you not annotate? I literally think I have an annotation on almost every single page in that book. But I bought these very pretty annotation tabs and I think I'm going to use these tabs for this book. It's like the closest, I would say, in matching, and I'm probably gonna follow. Lochlyn sent us her like key for how she annotated it. Hannah sent me hers, so I might kind of do a combination of theirs because I'm very excited for that. And I also bought these highlighters for highlighting because I really think I'm going to like it. They just keep talking about how good the writing is, so I'm so excited. I also want to show you guys, I bought the other 2 books in the Magnolia Parks universe. So after you read Magnolia Parks, you read Daisy Hates. This is still, I think, like within the same universe, same characters, but from a different POV. So this is the second book that you read, I'm pretty sure. And then the third book is The Long Way Home home, which as you can see, it has Magnolia Parks on it. So I think this is technically like Magnolia Parks 2, but you read it third. Does that make sense? This is the book that I think like really made Lochlyn emotionally lose it, basically. And I'm ready for that. I want a book to just absolutely hurt my feelings, screw me up, make me cry. I don't know, like I'm ready. So I don't know if this book is sad. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna cry. I don't know if like this is sort of the happy setup and then by the time we get here, things go bad. So I don't really know, but all I know is I am so excited to read this. That is it. Those are my plans for the week. I think I'm just going to go eat some lunch and then I'm going to start Magnolia Parks, but I wanted to start this vlog, say hello, and get started. Gonna be a great weekend. Feeling good, feeling excited, ready to basically, I just need to like finish my TBR, kind of, but also I'm throwing in a couple other books into my TBR, but it's the end of the month, so I just need to finish my books. So we're just gonna hang out this week and I will read whatever comes my way. I don't know. Did that make sense? Probably not. So I will talk to you guys when I have a reading update. It is time for our first reading check-in of Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. Okay, it's Tuesday. It's been a couple days since I've talked to you guys. I've been doing nonstop reading and I did have to stop myself because I was like, you haven't even checked in with them yet, so I apologize. I am 40%, if you can see, of the way done with a masterpiece. I am reading a masterpiece. I'm just gonna start it off with, I know I'm like, my energy is weird right now. I'm all over the place, but it's because I don't know how to talk about this book because this is the greatest romance that I have ever read. This is my best book of 2022. And I am only 40% of the way through and I don't care. That is how strongly I feel about this book. This book is incredible. This is a work of art. This is literally, like I can't, it's so hard to talk about it because I feel every emotion you could feel and I'm completely entranced and enthralled and like this book has me by the throat in the best and worst way, okay? This is literally an incredible book and the hype is so real that Lochlyn and a few other people online that I've seen have read it and this book deserves all of the hype. And I'm first of all just going to start out and say, please, for the love of God, read this book. Like, please, if you ever take a singular thing from my channel, it's that I 100% recommend this book. I will say though, there are a couple things about this book that I do think that I could see other people not liking. So let's get into the book a little bit. Let's talk about what I've read so far and then let me talk about what I'm loving about the book and you can see if it's for you. Magnolia Parks follows our main character. Her name is Magnolia Parks. She is kind of this, you know, rich kid. Her dad is in the music industry. Her mom is a former model. They live in London. It's very much the Gossip Girl, nepotism baby, you know, living a fabulous life. She's very into fashion and she has this amazing group of friends. I love Magnolia so much. She has such an interesting personality. She's a little bit harsh. I love every single second of it. She's also very sweet and there's this soft inner part of her. And then we also have BJ Valentine's. This is a dual POV book. So BJ, another rich kid, somebody who has been in Magnolia's life basically her entire life. Their families kind of run in the same circles. Magnolia and BJ have this amazing group of friends. They call themselves the Full Box Set, very much like found family. It reminds me a lot of the like Calloway sisters. I think that's where that comparison comes from, where they're all friends, they're all rich kids, and they all kind of help each other survive in this crazy world they live in. Basically what this book is about at its core is Magnolia and BJ trying to navigate their relationship and friendship and how they are going to coexist and are they going to be together or are they not? They have a history. It's complicated. It's messy. Mistakes were made. In this book, they are trying to navigate, are we going to be together? Are we not going to be together? Should we just be friends? But they have this magnetic, electric, cannot be without each other relationship. Like they are so intertwined within each other and it's beautiful and it's painful and they both do amazing, sweet things and not great things to each other, and they involve the people around them. And so you watch them kind of do this dance of will they, won't they, and why won't they, and you want to choke them, but you also want to hug them, and then you want to smack them, but then you start to learn, like, I think the biggest thing that people could potentially not like about this book is you want to smack them, because you're like, why can't you guys just figure this out? But I do think that you learn throughout the book why they can't figure things out, why it's so hard for them to figure things out. There are layers to this. There's a ton of nuance to this. And one of the characters will do something so just like, why are you like this? Like, I literally am like talking to this book, like, what are you doing? Why are you like this? But then we learn kind of why they are like that. Why do they make these decisions? What motivates these people to act like this? And you start to feel for them, but you're still mad at what they did, but you're like, well, this makes sense. And like, there's just so many layers to these characters. And the writing of this book is incredible. Jessa Hastings is an amazing writer. I would read this woman's grocery list. Like, I'm enchanted. I'm enchanted. I know that's like so cheesy and like dramatic, but I'm literally like, reading this is a privilege to me. Like, this is like, I cannot believe that I get to experience this book. And I need you all to read this book. And I know I'm only 40% of the way through, but I know like deep in my bones that this is my best book of the year. This is my new favorite romance of all time. I will say there are more books in the Magnolia Parks universe. There are 2 others. And I believe that Lochlyn's favorite book is The Long Way Home, which is the 3rd book that you read. So maybe that could change and that'd be my favorite, but this is still gonna be up there and going to be a book that means so much to me. And is so beautiful, you guys. Like, I just, oh gosh. And there's so many other cool elements too. As I said, there's the found family aspect. All these people, they went to boarding school together, now they live in London, kind of socialite scene. Also, Magnolia is super passionate about fashion. She has a passion for fashion, much like a Bratz doll. Fashion is a huge part of the story, and she's so descriptive with the way that she talks about her clothes and other people's clothes and kind of what that represents. I love that. And I don't know, I just like, everything is so well done. And this book is funny. There's so much wit in this book, which is really enjoyable. And I don't know, a couple of my tabs that I used are pretty light colored, but I have tabbed the absolute crap out of this book. I have tabs on almost every single page, truly because I'm that moved by it. Like, I don't annotate unless I feel called to. You know, I'm not just gonna like grab a book and annotate it no matter what. This book, I think I literally tabbed page 1 because it's that good and that amazing. So that's my update for now. This book is incredible. This book is just a gift, and I am so happy I read it. It has like breathed new life into me. It has made every other romance pale in comparison. I don't know how I'm going to continue on. I will talk more about my feelings of the book as I go on, but that's just kind of where I'm at right now. Those are my just like sort of stream of consciousness, how I feel about the book right now. So my plan for the rest of the day is I want to get to like, I don't know, I'm on page, what page am I on? I'm on page 204. I would like to get to page like 350 or 400 today, do a check-in, and then read the last 100 pages. I want to finish it quickly, but I don't, because like I want to bask in it, but also I just want to finish it because I want to know what happens at the end. I just need to know what's gonna happen. So I'm loving this. So I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of the day reading. I'm gonna get farther in it. I will let you guys know more of my thoughts when I have them. And yeah, today is gonna be a pretty boring day. I don't really have anything going on. Tomorrow I am going to host reading sprints, though. It will be my last time hosting reading sprints for Questathon. I can't believe Questathon is almost over. It has been so much fun. Shout out to Sahar once again. I really hope that she does this again next year because it was so fun to participate. It's an excellent readathon, 10 out of 10 recommend. Gonna go live my best life and read this book, and I will let you guys know when I have more to say. Hello besties. All right, so oh my god, I'm just gonna say right now that this clip is gonna be all over the place because I think I said that earlier in the video, but truly that's how I feel. My thoughts are not gonna be concise, and let's just get into it. Yesterday I finished Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I wanted to do like a check-in right after I finished the book. That was my plan, but I needed time to process. I cried so hard. I love this book so much. I'm completely in awe of how much this book hit me. I'm obsessed. I cannot stop thinking about it. I've been just like holding on to it, carrying it around with me, haven't been wanting to put it back on my bookshelves. Like, oh my god, you guys. This is like my favorite book of the year so far, like for sure, 100%. This is my favorite romance I have ever read. Also, it is unlike any romance I have ever read. Oh my god. This book puts you through it in the most beautiful way and is so just like, her writing is so gripping and so just transports you into this world. I love this universe. Usually when it comes to like fictional universes, I'm really drawn to the ones in fantasy books, obviously, but like this universe, this version of London that Jessa Hastings has created, and these characters mean the world to me, and I loved every second of it, and I want to live in the Magnolia Parks universe. Oh my god, I can't say enough good things about this. I loved every single second of it. As I said, writing absolutely gorgeous, so powerful, so like metaphorical and beautiful, funny, quick-witted, brings you right into the story. These characters are so well written, so fleshed out. Even the side characters like stand on their own and are distinct in my opinion. I really was drawn to so many of them, and I want books about all of them, and I'm very excited because I think Jessa Hastings is going to do more books, more series within the series of other characters. As far as I can tell, I think that's what she's doing. I can't wait. There's so many characters that I want to learn more about. Magnolia and BJ are two characters that I absolutely love, and they make me sad, they make me angry, they make me happy. I just feel so many things about these characters, and they have so many layers to them, and it was like a joy being inside their head. It's also just like so painful and beautiful and tragic, and you're just like, oh my god. And everything I said earlier when I was talking about this book, like, you want to strangle them, but you also love them, but you're also mad at them, but you also love them. Like, it's so much. I felt every single emotion you could possibly feel. But overall, I loved this book so much. It is beautiful. It is a work of art. I feel like this book is so significant in my journey as a reader. I don't know like how to describe it, but I feel like it has changed. I'm so dramatic. It has like changed something within me. Like, I love it that much. I felt so touched by it, and I connected to these characters, this story, this world, this writing so deeply. I do want to talk about a couple of trigger warnings in this book because, you know, I want to give you guys a heads up before you step into it. So there is a trigger warning for cheating. Not a spoiler. How the book starts, it's like right away you learn that. So there is cheating in this book, there's drug use in this book, there's also drug overdose in this book. So definitely be aware of that going into it. But if those things are not going to turn you off to reading this book, I 100% recommend. You know, as I've said, it's a very like atypical romance, and there's happy moments, there's sad moments, there's frustrating moments, and these characters, they just really put you through it. And you just have to know, like, these characters really are very flawed in a very interesting and real way, and I find it fascinating to read about. But I just think, like, if you're going into it, have an open mind and understand that, you know, something I love about this series is these characters never like act like they're super great, perfect people. Magnolia and BJ never act like their relationship is like super great, super perfect, goals, like nothing. They often acknowledge the issues that they both have, and, you know, something that Lochlyn mentioned in her review of this book, and I will have that review linked down below, but I just think it bears worth repeating. Magnolia and BJ and all of their friends, you know, they had sort of neglectful parents, and they all went to boarding school together, and they kind of raised each other, right? They were really integral in each other's growth and growing up in like very formative years. And now they're in their early 20s, and they're still kind of raising each other and depending on each other, you know, and whether that's good, bad, great, terrible, they're still doing it, and it makes a very close-knit relationship between all of these characters, but it also causes, you know, some potentially unhealthy coping mechanisms and, you know, all of that. But I loved every single second of it. I don't think that those are bad things. I just think this was such an interesting book to read. And I truly think there's a quote from BJ in this book that I think encapsulates the entire vibe of this book. There isn't an official synopsis for this book, but like, if I could put it in one sentence, it would be this. And this isn't like a spoiler or anything. I've told you guys this book is essentially about this couple going back and forth trying to figure out where they stand in this relationship. This quote from BJ, he's talking about himself and Magnolia, and like, it truly just, this is the book. He says, "The problem with me and Parks is I think we love each other more than we love ourselves." Which, like, that's the book. Like, that is what you are in for if you want to read this. It truly just sums up everything that this book is. So because of all that, we have some changes to the vlog. This started out as like a weekly reading vlog, and I was just gonna read a few books, you know, finish out my month, finish my TBR, but I simply cannot continue with the books that I was planning on reading. I love them. You guys know I love Throne of Glass, fave series of all time. I was loving Marriage for One by Ella Mays, which I was also planning on reading in this vlog. I will read those books eventually. But after finishing Magnolia Parks, I couldn't not continue on with the books in this universe. Like, I simply cannot. I simply can't, you guys. So I am turning this into a Magnolia Parks reading vlog. There are 3 books in this universe, and these series are kind of interconnected. I compare it to the Addicted and Calloway Sisters series, where you read 3 of the Addicted books, and then 2 of the Calloway Sisters, and then 2 of the Addicted, and so on and so forth. So there are books from other characters' POVs that we meet in Magnolia Parks, and they have books as well, and their POVs, and some of the same events are happening, but it's from different POVs, and there's other things going on. So the next book that you read after Magnolia Parks is Daisy Hates. We did meet Daisy in Magnolia Parks. She was very mysterious. I'm so curious to see what she is all about, and I'm so curious to see what all of these things on the cover mean, because it's pretty wild. I just can't not keep reading this universe. So I'm going to be reading Daisy Hates next, and then I'm going to be picking up The Long Way Home. So this is technically Magnolia Parks 2, but it's the 3rd book that you read in the series, if that makes sense. I just want to say, like, I 100% just recommend read them in publication order. Read them all. They're all beautiful. They're all connected. They're all, yeah, just definitely read all 3 and read Daisy in the middle of Magnolia Parks. In this book, this picks up in BJ and Magnolia's POV from where we left off with the first book, because there is a little bit of a cliffhanger at the end of the first book. So this is just a full Magnolia Parks Jessa Hastings is amazing reading vlog. So I just couldn't wait, you guys. So I'm sorry that I'm switching gears here, but I think it'll be nice to have one video where I have all of the books and you guys can see my reactions. This is going to be 100% spoiler free. I did contemplate doing spoilers, but I'm just going to do spoiler free. I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts, let you know how I am feeling. That is it. Those are my plans. I am currently on sprints on Hannah's channel. I just filmed my August TBR. I need to edit, I need to read, but yeah, like my number 1 priority today is I just want to read this all day. And I think that is it. Oh, also, this fits for the final battle board in Questathon. So this is going to be the last book that I read for Questathon, and I'm really excited. 2 of the prompts that it fits are, there are 3 colors on the cover, and one of the prompts is has a conflict, and Hannah was like, oh, this book has conflict. It has conflict. So this is going to be my final Questathon book. I'm very excited. So I will talk to you guys soon, and I will give you my first reading update. Hello besties, happy Sunday. First of all, let's not talk about it. I woke up 20 minutes ago. I have some reading updates, and then I have very exciting book mail that I wanted to open for you guys. So first of all, reading updates. Daisy Hates. I read a lot of this last night on private sprints with Hannah and Cami, and I did get to page 89. I wish I was a little bit farther, because I have decided, I've come up with a crazy idea to use this as my final Questathon book. Today's the last day of Questathon, so I have to read this entire thing today. So I'm about a little over a fifth of the way through the book, and I don't know, it's 420 pages. I have been known to read like 500-page books in one sitting, okay? I don't do that much anymore because, like, I love myself, but I'm gonna do it. And this book is a joy to read, so like it's not a problem. It's just like it does get exhausting to sit and read a book for like 8 hours, but that's what we're gonna do today apparently. I just want to say that I'm literally obsessed with this. I was scared, like, am I gonna like this because it's not Magnolia and BJ? Like, am I gonna like the different perspective? I love it. I love Daisy. She is a badass. She is so cool. Julian is very interesting. Like, there's kind of this almost like mafia vibe going on with this story, which is cool. There's definitely like these crime aspects, which I'm enjoying. Christian, oh my God. Okay, in the first book, I liked Christian. I wasn't obsessed. I was just like, yeah, okay, cool, he's there. But in this book, are you joking? I'm obsessed with Christian. There is so much tension and angst and moodiness to this book that, I mean, there was tension and angst in the first book, but like, this is a whole nother level, you know, and it's a little more dark, and I don't know, I'm obsessed. I'm loving it. I have no idea where the story is going. We have been introduced to a new character that I do not like and that I think is going to cause problems for us, and I'm very concerned about that. But as of right now, loving this. I have tabbed, I don't know if you can see that. I'll show you guys probably in B-roll, but I've tabbed the crap out of it. I've highlighted so many things, and I'm in love with this book. So probably gonna be another 5-star, honestly. It's gorgeous and amazing. It's a refreshing take from the other book. I like that they're different enough that they stand on their own. So I'm loving this, and my plan for today is literally, I need to finish this book today. So wish me luck on that. So as I was going to get my coffee this morning, bestie Hannah texted me and was like, hi bestie, have you received any packages lately? And I was like, shoot, because because we have like a mail room and everything, and sometimes they notify us if we get packages, sometimes they don't, and so it's a guessing game. So they did not notify me. So this has probably been sitting in there for a couple days. I'm sorry, Hannah. I could be better about checking my mail as well, but I'm very excited. I think this is from Hannah. Also, what if this like isn't from Hannah? I think it is because I didn't order anything recently, and then she messaged me, and like 1 + 1 does equal 2. So, you know, deductive reasoning skills here. So I think that this is from Hannah. If it's not, this is super embarrassing, but let's just see. I have no idea what this is. Okay, so far I can just see the paper. Oh, no, this is not. This is not from Hannah. This is, I sent this to myself. Shit, oh my God, okay. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this in. This is Heartstopper Volume 4, but I already got Heartstopper Volume 4 from Barnes & Noble, and I totally forgot that I ordered this. I need to go hunt down Hannah's package. Yeah, wow, that was so not what I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, okay, I need to go find Hannah's package because that definitely isn't it. So, adventures, fun day, fun day. I just woke up, so like, that's my excuse. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I will open Hannah's package on camera once I find out where the heck it is. Okay, round 2. This is the package that I assume is from Hannah. If it's not from Hannah, I don't know what's going on, but I found it. I found it literally, it's only like 5 minutes later. So let's open this package that I assume is from Hannah, I think. Oh my God, Hannah. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Stop. Hannah. Oh my God, you guys. I love Hannah so much. She's literally amazing. She is my bestie. I literally love her so much. She said, surprise, just wanted to get you a little something something. Just wanted to get you a little something something. A little something something. As a pick-me-up because I love you and you're my bestie, from Hannah. Thank you, Hannah. I'm gonna keep this note forever. You guys, the book that she got me How the King of Elfame Learned to Hate Stories. That's the name, right? Hannah. Oh my God, I love you so much. I'm so excited, and you did not have to get me anything. Oh my God, James, look how beautiful the book is too. So this is like, oh my God, hold on. My cat is like eating the box. Okay, so I believe this is like a collection of short stories, just kind of giving more background on Carden. Oh my God, Hannah, I'm so excited. Like, I actually cannot believe that you got me this. Oh my God, and like the art. Oh my God, I've never actually looked inside of this book at Barnes & Noble, but look at the art. That is so stunning. I'm dead. I'm dead. Hannah, I love you so much. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited to read this. Like, I can't wait. I'm so excited too for I think it's the Stolen Heir that's coming out in January, which is Oak's story. So we get to go back to Elfame. I'm so excited. So, as I said, I'm just gonna be reading Daisy Hates for the rest of the day. We're doing our final reading sprints for Questathon tonight. And yeah, those are my plans for the day. That is it. So, I will talk to you guys in a little bit when I'm a little bit farther into Daisy Hates. So I am just wanting to do one final check-in. It's the next day. I have 100 pages left of this book. I'm absolutely loving it, tabbing the hell out of it. It has such an interesting and sort of different flavor from Magnolia Parks, but still is definitely like in the same universe, same author, obviously same series, but like, I don't know. It's a refreshing take and I really like it. Daisy and Christian have my heart and I'm obsessed, and like Julian. I'm loving everything about this book. I think I did mention that this has like mafia vibes, and it does. There is crime, there's guns, there's crazy action scenes happening. It's a lot. And there's just like mutual pining, unrequited love, dramatic things happening, and the tension is so good. And I don't know, I'm just absolutely loving this book. And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited to get to the next book, The Long Way Home. And I don't know, this one is just really fun. And it's just had this quality to it that I really enjoy, that I think is unique from Magnolia Parks, that helps it stand out, but it's still in that realm, obviously. I am on sprints right now on Kara's channel, which is no surprise. I feel like every single vlog update I do, it's me being on sprints. So hi, hello, I am on sprints again. I'm probably gonna finish this tonight. I have 100 pages left. I don't see why I wouldn't, and I am ready. I'm really scared for the ending. Lochlyn said she reread the final chapter in this book like 5 times. And I don't know why. I don't know what like made her do that, but to me that just makes me think that it's so emotional and heartbreaking and shocking that she had to reread it a million times to make sure that she was correct. So looking forward to that. But anyway, I'm absolutely loving this book. It's so beautiful. The writing is fantastic. I love Daisy. I love Christian. I love Julian. Oh my God. I have no complaints. Having a great time. I will update you guys when I've finished. I'll let you know my final thoughts, let you know my final rating, and then we will be moving on to the last book in the series currently, which is The Long Way Home, but there are more books being written as we speak probably. So the series is definitely not over, but I'm very excited to finish this and then start the next book probably tomorrow. So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Alrighty. Hello friends. So reading update. Last night I finished Daisy Hates. I finished this at like 1 in the morning, so I wasn't gonna do an update at that time. But yeah, I did finish this book yesterday. Once again, we have an ending that sure is an ending. You know, I'm gonna leave it at that. In the last chapter, Jessa Hastings, like, what are you doing to me? What is happening? But this book was fantastic. It was another 5-star, and as I've said, you know, it just had really fun plot lines and this really deep tension-filled relationship, and I loved it. I ate up every second of it. Julian and Christian and Daisy, they're just like different in such a cool way, and I really loved them. I cannot believe that we have to wait until December for the next Daisy Hates book because it's gonna be a lot. But this was beautiful. This was amazing. Oh God, I don't know. It was so good, you guys. It was so good. Once again, it's a 5-star. Once again, the writing was really beautiful, and these characters were just very different and kind of just stood out on their own, and I really appreciated that. So now it is time. I'm going to start The Long Way Home, which I'm scared. I'm frightened, you guys. Lochlyn cried super hard at this book. I've had a lot of people message me who have read this book, and they're like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. This is the last book that is out currently. As I said, there's another Daisy Hates book being published, I believe, in December, and then there is going to be another Magnolia Parks book published sometime next year. But this is the last one I have for now. I'm very nervous. I feel like this is going to really pull at my heartstrings and make me sad and make me cry, but I will say I'm really excited to get back into it, Magnolia and BJ's heads. I'm excited. I want to see what's gonna happen. Long Way Home. We're gonna start this book today, right after I'm done filming this, and hopefully we survive. I love the cover of this book. The ship is really cool. Me just trying to find positives about this book. I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic, but I'm just so scared what's going to happen to my faves. That's all I have to say. I know that's not a very good reading update, but Daisy Hates went great, but was also a lot. And this is, I'm sure, gonna be great too, and also a lot. You know, I think I'm gonna be going through it again. I think Jessa Hastings is about to kick my ass, and I'm ready for it. So I'll start this book. I'll give you guys an update when I'm maybe about 100 pages in, and we'll have a lot of fun together. All right. Hello guys, it has been a minute. Time for me to do a reading check-in. A little bit of a unique reading check-in though, because I started and finished The Long Way Home, and I did not do any reading check-ins while I was reading. I'm sorry you guys, it was just like, I was feeling the book and I was enjoying it, and I just didn't want to stop to do a check-in. And also, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, what am I gonna say? Like, it's the 3rd book in a series, major spoilers, like there's not really much I could say other than like, loving it. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna read it and then I will do a final check-in and close out the video. So that is what I am here to do now. I finished this book yesterday. What a journey. What a journey. So this book is technically, as you can see, it's called The Long Way Home, Magnolia Parks. So it's Magnolia Parks 2, but it's the 3rd book that you read. So this book picks up 1 year after the events of this book. We are back in Magnolia and BJ's minds and POVs, and we get to see the aftermath of everything that happened in the 1st book and where we go from here. The greatest thing about this book, the thing that I loved about this book so much, is we received explanations for a lot of the things that happened in the 1st book, and also why the characters are the way that they are when we meet them in the 1st book and everything. We get so much like backstory and just a lot of questions answered, because when you finish this book, you are gonna be like, why, who, when, how, like you're gonna have so many questions, and those questions get addressed here, which makes me really happy, and it just solidified my love for these characters that much more. I already loved them after I finished this one, but we get a lot of information in this book, and it was fantastic to receive that information. Does not mean that this book is all like sunshine and daisies, because it is just as painful. It is just as like emotionally putting you through it. Like it was a lot. It was so much, but it was fantastic. I gave this book 5 stars. I loved it. It was so great. The ending, the ending. We do have another cliffhanger, and Jessa Hastings, how dare you. I was crying on and off throughout the entirety of this book that when I read the ending, I didn't even react because I was like numb at this point, but the end of this book is an experience. That's all I'll say. So that is it for The Long Way Home. I give it 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. If I had to rank these books from my most favorite to my least favorite, and when I say least favorite, I mean like it's literally just a centimeter below the other books. So I love all 3 of these and I give these all 5 stars, but I will say, if I had to rank the books, this is still my number 1 favorite. There was just something about this book that was just, the reading experience was really, really incredible for me and I loved it. And so yeah, this is still my number 1. This is my favorite of the books that I read in this vlog. And then Daisy Hates is number 2. There was a time while I was reading this book that I was like, do I like this more than Magnolia Parks? I almost put this at number 1 and it would have made this my best book of the year because there's just a lot of fantastic things going on in this book. But I did decide to keep this my number 1. There's just something that I enjoyed about it a little bit more. I can't even really explain it because they're all so close in my ranking. So this is 1, this is 2, and then The Long Way Home is going to be number 3. So the order of the series is how I rank them. But once again, I love them all so much. They are all so close. They're all fantastic books and they are all 5 stars. So that is it for my Magnolia Parks universe reading vlog. Oh my God. It was a journey reading these books. Super emotional, super like taxing, but in the best way. And I just want to say again, Lochlyn, thank you so much for bringing these books into my life. You are amazing. I will have Lochlyn's channel linked down below and I will have her book reviews for these books, this series. She also has a reading vlog for Daisy Hates and The Long Way Home. I'll have her entire life basically linked down below. I really hope that you all decide to pick this series up if it does sound good to you. I do want to reiterate, it is not a typical romance. I do kind of hesitate to even call this a romance at times. I feel like it could really straddle the line of romance and literary fiction because I think when you say a romance, there are kind of certain connotations that go with that, and this book's a little different. This series is definitely full of pain and heartache, and you're gonna be mad at these characters, but you're gonna love them too. I loved every single thing about this book. I loved how real and raw and flawed these characters were. I loved that not for 1 second did anyone act like these were perfect characters and like their relationship was goals or anything. Like they constantly talk about how they're codependent, they're kind of trauma bonded, they are just very flawed and very real. And it was a really enjoyable reading experience for me. So just before you go in, just be aware it's kind of the vibe, it's kind of what you're getting into, but I promise it's worth it. It's a fantastic series. So if you would like to leave a comment, if you'd like to let me know that you made it to this point in the video, go ahead and leave the bee emoji down below. As always, my Instagram and my Goodreads are linked down below. You are welcome to follow me on there at any time. I really appreciate that you watched this video. I hope that you are having a fantastic day and I will catch you guys in the next one.